Hello, Dave, my friend. Good to see you on here with us. And Barbara, good to see you as well. I'm looking forward to you guys, and we'll be on live here in just a few minutes. We're still getting ready. We're finalizing our things here in the studio. We'll be on with you guys shortly here, so just hang in there with me a minute. Going hot. Okay, everyone, and here we go right now. Hey, Mark.
Hey Dave, how you doing today?
Well, it's been a day, and it's been a pretty decent day actually. It's kind of been subdued, unless you're going out shopping, and then it's anything but subdued. But got a few people on here with us right now. I've changed the way things are looking in here. We're continuing to make improvements to the studio, and that's what a lot of this stuff that we've been doing. We keep having a few technical issues, but we're getting them worked out, and we've got one of the best technicians there is, and Shane's doing an excellent job. We got Dave on here with us. We got Barbara Pierpoint, Eric Brake, and Michael. Let's see, Michael.
Michael Nail.
Yeah, Michael
He's a friend of
Nail.
mine.
I keep looking at the wrong screen. I've got a bigger screen now that has all the chat on it, so I should be able to see you guys a lot better. Paula Wagner's on with us too. She said, "David, where's your Santa hat?" Well, I know Mark tried to get me to to wear one. Dave says, "Ho ho ho, Mark," but I don't know. I'm having trouble getting in the Christmas spirit, I suppose. If uh, you guys are probably the closest thing to family right now I have left, and I just wanted to let you know that I think the world of you, which is one reason I'm glad I'm on here today with you guys. And we're going to talk a little bit about our weather changes, and there is weather changes coming. Kyler Ray says hi. Hi, Kyler. And
Yeah. Hi, Kyler. And hello, Dave in Huntington. I meant to say hi to you, too. I'm glad you had a sunny day. I've seen on Facebook from friends up that way, they got some snow up in West Virginia.
yeah, if he'd been really a good friend, he'd have sent us a picture somewhere. Now, I'm not sure how we'd have got it. But anyway, Dave, it is good to see you guys, all of you on here. I'm really glad to see you. It's like old family again coming on. And we continue to get more and more viewers joining us. So I'm going to wait before we get too far into this thing. Anna James says, "Hey guys, hey Anna, how are you doing? And I hope this evening finds you all well, and that you haven't been out partaking too much in all the Christmas shopping and the stuff that goes along with this time of the year." Yeah, I did go to Walmart, which I know a bunch of you waiting to hear a story. Actually, I do have a little bit of a story, but I don't know if I want to share that just yet. It's something I'm still going to have to compose. Look at White Oak. This is White Oak, Missouri. Wow, look at that. It's a pretty nice evening out there. This, by the way, is the winter solstice, which is the shortest day and longest night of the year. So it is a time of, in the old ways, people used to say this is a time of renewing. You know, the old is past and the new is starting. And it's just the way it is with the cycle of life, I guess. Christy S. said she had one of my experiences at Walmart the other day. I know you're going to share that with me, Christy. I'm going to be waiting for that. Shelley Workman says, "Done with the enchiladas and I'm here." Oh, I tell you, I don't know what I'm going to do about Shelley. She's always fixing his food and never brings us any. That's okay. I understand, Shelley. I understand. But anyway, I don't know. It feels like I'm not sitting right here. I got to change. We've done some changing on the monitors and stuff in here, so it's taken me a while to get used to it. But hopefully, as we go through, I'll get more and more accustomed to what we're doing. But anyway, so let's talk about our weather. We'll go up into, well, this is Thursday, so we'll talk about Friday, which is going to be a fairly mild day. Looks like, oh, Mark, they're making comments about your hat. How it looks so good. Good grief.
I told you, Dave.
I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I cannot do it. Mess up my hair, you know. It's not that. I don't know. I'm glad to see somebody else has Christmas spirit, and it'll be all right. So anyway.
Thank you, Shelley.
Yeah, but it's going to be a decent day tomorrow. We'll probably see a little sun to start with. The clouds are going to slowly increase throughout the day. And in fact, we've got a little upper level disturbance be coming in. It'll come in overnight, Friday night into early Saturday morning. And I think at Saturday, when you wake up, it's going to be kind of one of those cloudy days. You're probably going to hate to get out of bed because, you know, it's time to do your last minute Christmas shopping. But anyway, I think it won't be a heavy rain. It'll be kind of sporadic, and it'll fade out by afternoon and probably end by evening. And then we look at Christmas Eve, the time when I used to look at it. Save your headset looks good too.
I think you meant Dave, your headset
Oh.
looks good too.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I guess. But thanks, Dave. Dave never wants to offend anybody. I love him to pieces. He's a all around good guy. I got you, Dave. I understand now. But anyway, it looks like Christmas Eve is going to be kind of uneventful. We'll start seeing a few clouds around as time goes by, especially go into Christmas Eve evening, which that is what, Saturday?
Sunday evening.
Oh,
That's
it's
Sunday
Sunday.
evening.
Sunday evening. Yeah, Sunday. Now, that's probably going to be the warmest day of the week. And they're saying highs will get up into the 60s. You know, maybe if we've got sunshine. If we don't, I don't know if it'll struggle to get that high or not. We'll just have to wait and see. I just absolutely dislike warm Christmases. But there's nothing I can do about it. I wish I could. But I'm not the one that controls the weather. We all know who does that. So we'll just put our request in and see what he allows. But it's not all lost for you snow lovers out there. As we get into Christmas Day, we will probably have ongoing what they call stratiform rain. Do you know what stratiform rain is, Mark?
Yes, indeed. That's a steady rain you get out of nimbostratus clouds. That's usually out ahead of a little bit of a warm front.
Well, so and
Just steady rain. It
yeah.
means a constant steady rain.
So I think that will be ongoing pretty much Christmas Day and into Christmas Day night. But a cold front's going to come through that night, and that cold front means business. It got some cold air behind it. You know, they still haven't all bought into exactly what's going to happen. They're saying, well, there's too much disagreement in the models. There's not much disagreement at all. They're all kind of showing it's going to get cold, but what they're wanting to avoid is the S word. You know, it's like that's a plague around here. They don't want to say snow because it is one of the hardest things in this area to predict. And so I don't know.
It is. We end up at that perfect break-even point right through here where it rain to snow transition. Sometimes it gets down here to us. Sometimes it fools us.
We're going to take a look at that on what the models are showing here in just a little bit. They're going back and forth on it. Some of them are showing the rain. Let's back up a little bit. The initial low pressure area that's going to bring the continuous rain on Christmas Day. Once that cold front comes through, it's going to ease up and diminish some, but the moisture's still going to hang around. As the cold air moves in, there's several other little disturbances. Looks like they're wanting to form up, and I tell you the truth, it looks like there's a storm going to form up towards the end of the week, and that would
around
be
the 30th.
Around the 30th, and that will end up going into New Year's Eve. And yeah, I'm wondering. You know, it's looking a lot like there could be some snow in that for us. How much is yet to be determined. There's no way we can know that, but it is.
I've seen that in at least one of the models.
Yes. So we're going to watch that and see how it goes. Now, this being just before Christmas, I'm not sure that we will be going on live between now and Christmas unless they issue stuff like winter storm watches and stuff like that. Then, of course, we'll find a way to get on live. But I really don't think there's anything to worry about there. But I'll be honest with you. We're going to get a turn. In fact, the pattern change is going to be towards colder weather. Sudden stratospheric warming has already begun in the polar regions. And when that happens, usually it takes about anywhere from 7 to 10 days to get down to us. In other words, where the coldest air in the northern hemisphere is released from that windy prison it has. And when that sudden stratospheric warming occurs, it weakens that wall of wind, and then that air is able to escape and move down into the United States out of the polar regions. So it just takes some time for that to happen. And certainly by New Year's Day, yeah, it's going to get really cold if this all plays out like it looks like it's going to. Shelley has a great idea. She says, Bailey's Irish cream for the coffee. Yeah. That would be mighty good right now, wouldn't it?
Bailey ice cream. Now there's an idea.
Yeah, it would. Lisa Sylvie says hi. David, Mark, Eric Brake. How you doing, Eric? He's kind of wanting some snow, I believe. And Anna James says, I am probably the only one, but I absolutely love snow. You're not the only one. I promise you, Anna. There's a lot of us snow lovers out here. I usually don't try to take too much in the way of sides, but I'm a snow lover. I do like to see it. I think it's the most peaceful, most beautiful thing God ever created. And not only that, but it makes everybody's lawn look just alike. So if you've got an ugly looking lawn, you look just as good as the neighbors. So, but anyway, Shelley says 36 people, but only 6 likes. Well, you know, hey, everybody, I don't know, not everybody likes us, I guess. We try, but you know, I think of you all as good friends, and so I'm not hurt by that. But maybe they'll come along here in a minute. Jackie Mathis, hey, Jackie, good to see you. I haven't seen you on for a while, but I'm glad to see you on there now. So I hope you're getting ready for a good holiday. I think so. Let's go back to what I was talking about in the extended. So that brings us up to New Year's Day. I think that on or around the 4th of January, a big storm is going to develop, and it is looking really intense. That is probably one that will be a major winter storm for someone. Will it be us? It's got a possibility. I just don't know yet, but I think that possibility is out there. So we'll watch and see how that plays out. I think that we will get what they call a January thaw. Now that January thaw almost always takes place about mid-January, and I think this one will occur somewhere around the between the 16th, 17th, somewhere in that time period of January, and it'll last about a week or so, and then after that, boy, February and the rest of January looks absolutely wintry. I mean, you'll think that if the models continue to show what they look like, I'm talking about the long range outlooks and the way the indications are of what's happening, then I think that what we'll do is see when you can have 1 month where there's a lot of snow and people say that was the worst winter we've been through, So I think that's what we're looking at. We're looking at something that could be pretty big, but again, we'll have to watch and see how it goes. Christy S. says, as long as I get some snow for my birthday next month, then I'll be fine. I'd say you got a pretty good shot at it. I'm not going to promise anything, but I think so. Jackie Logan says, glad to meet you at Kroger's. You guys are so valued in our community. Blessings. Thank you, Jackie. I'm glad you came up and said hello. It's always a pleasure to see some of you guys when I run out there in public and everything. I'm always trying to go in and out, but I really enjoy meeting folks out there that follow the page and love to talk weather with you. So feel free anytime. Shelley Ortman says, need snow for snow cream. Absolutely, and I've got to get my snow cream booklet finished. I hope to have it done before Christmas. And then I got to figure out how to get it to you guys, because it's. I think what we're going to do is a PDF file that you can download. I don't know. Amy's working on that for me, so she'll have something to say maybe before long. We'll see what she does for me. She's around here somewhere.
Yes. And Lisa Sylvie, we did not miss your question. We were just discussing the things that might happen in the future. I don't think a white Christmas is in the making for us here in West Kentucky or Northwest Tennessee. Probably won't get any snow in our area till around the 4th of January. It looks like right now, although we could see maybe a few flurries with that storm on the 30th.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. Barbara Fashon is on here with us. Hi, Barbara. She says, happy Christmas. And I actually remembered your name. Anna James says, I have actually never had snow cream, so definitely need to try it. Well, I'm going to give you the simple recipe. There are many, many recipes for it, but the simplest one is you get vanilla flavoring. Hopefully it's the real vanilla flavoring. And then it's also, you add some milk, and you add sugar, and of course snow. And no two bowls of snow cream are necessarily the same, but the powdery makes a real fluffy type snow cream, and the kind that's a little bit more of a wet snow makes a little bit more, traditional snow cream. Barbara Fashon says vanilla. Yes, absolutely. Vanilla flavoring is a must in that. Now, you can add stuff like chocolate. Let's see. I don't know if it's cocoa or maybe Nestle's chocolate you mix that with, but yeah, it actually does makes a pretty good snow cream. I'm going to pull out a little bit and look at the showers out here. Mark, what do you make of all this?
Yeah, that's that little disturbance you were talking about. It's far out to the west of us right now, and more up to the north of us. It'll probably take it a little while to get in here. I've seen those showers on and off through the day on the radars that are out that direction. So over in Missouri, to the west of the Mississippi is where they're falling right now, and down in the south, all the way down into Mississippi and Alabama. We've got a bit of showers off in northeast Kentucky, but those are moving on out. Again, the showers we may get between now and when the steady rain kicks in towards Sunday and into Monday will just be just brief showers.
Linda Valentine says, I've always been taught not to eat from the first snow, wait for the second. Well, I understand that, and I can tell you where that came from. Is back in the, back in the 60s when they used to do nuclear bomb testing in the atmosphere. There was a thought that maybe that some of that fallout would be in the atmosphere, and they tell you not to eat the first snow. And so that's where that came from. But since there's no longer that nuclear testing going on, then I think that's kind of fallen by the wayside. Eric Brake says winter without snow is just dark and cold. Boy, you're right, Eric. So right.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we'll see how this all plays out. I'm going to take a look at the models real quick if I can make this work right, because Shane has made some differences here. I'm going to see if I can pull it up.
Would you all believe me if I told you I've seen it snow 4 inches in August? Of course, it was not here in Kentucky. It was in northern Maine.
Yeah, right. Okay. Let me see here. I'm going to do some changing. Now, here's our models. Let's see. Let's put this in motion. This is the GFS. And what it does, it takes a look out at what we can expect as we go into, this is Christmas Eve, and of course Christmas Day. Look at the rain. But you see the snow's not too far behind us. Now this is just one model. It looks like the cold air gets in here, and they still have us in rain, but I don't know if that's to be believed, and it would be cold enough for snow, but we'll just have to see. Now as we get on further, this is January 3rd, and then there's the one coming for the 4th, 5th, and 6th. That one right there will probably change in time, because that's the one that people are looking at and saying, hey, this one right here may mean business, especially if it takes a more trajectory further to the south. We will just have to watch this and see what happens. Let's see here. I'm going to try, see, Mark, where do you want to go here? Ensembles?
Probably ensembles. They don't go out on the tropical tidbits as far as the GFS. The Canadian or the European or the ensembles, none of that goes out as far as the GFS does on there. So we might not get into the January 4 time frame.
All right. Well, I'm looking at, this is the this Canadian model, and let's see if I can put this in motion up here. So this is another model, and this is for December 25th. All of them show a pretty good rain event for Christmas Day. That's not in question. Then you have that other little impulse coming in behind it. Again, if you see the blue line is down below us, but it's still showing rain over us, which would indicate the freezing line is south of us, but you get rain over us, so it stands to reason that could change. And let's see. Yeah, again, that shows, see, as long as these storms continue this track where it goes from here to the northeast, instead of what you want to do if you want to get some snow, you won't want to come here and then kind of go slightly to the south of us like that. That's where you'll get the big snows. And that's the only thing we're waiting on. When that happens, then I think that you'll see it. And I think that the models are not handling the pattern change that's coming after the first of the year. Or really towards the end of this year. So we'll just see. We'll see how this plays out. Anyway, let's go back to, let's see, where do I want to go back to? Let's just go back to Radar Omega, and I'll fix you up over here. I'm actually learning how to operate these buttons pretty good so far. So there we go. Now we're back. So anyway, let's see what else we got here on chat. Let's see here. Linda Valentine says, no, I do not believe you. Let's see, what was that on, Linda? Okay. Oh,
My
okay.
4 inches of snow in August.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And it did happen. I was stationed in northern Maine for 3 years when I was in the Air Force.
Yeah. Well,
and during that time, we saw it was about the 10th or 12th of August, if I remember right, and we had a snowfall come through and give us 4 inches of snow. It melted off about 2 days later.
Were you on top of one of those mountains up there?
No.
Huh.
No. Our elevation there at Loring Air Force Base, I believe, was about 458 feet.
Anna James says, in Clarksville has snowed in April, so anything is possible. I agree with you, Anna. It's good to see you on here, by the way. I'm glad that you're joining us. Chris Beecham says, what's up, Go Big Blue? Is Kentucky playing tonight? I don't know if they are or not. For some reason, I can't remember. Ethel Adams says, don't eat the yellow snow. And yeah, that's true. Let's see here. Teresa Jeffrey says, hi, Mark. Tell Tamara Merry Christmas to all. So Okay, Teresa. Yeah, I know. Everybody tells me I need a Santa hat. So anyway, Linda Valentine says, "Oh wow, about your snowfall amounts." There's Dave again smiling at me. He thinks I need a Santa hat too. Oh, wait a minute. Linda Valentine says Kentucky is beating Louisville bad. All right, I got to get that game on. Okay, that's all. That's all the show tonight. We're going to talk to you. No,
All right.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, hey, in our part of the country, it's. I know there's some Louisville fans out there, and I'm not putting down anybody. It is a sport, and we shouldn't get all tore up over it. It's good sportsmanship is what you want, and you know this time of year, I don't know. Shelley Workman says she's going to get me a Santa hat. Oh, good grief. Let's see. We had some thoughts I was going to try to talk to you guys about. You know, we were talking about Christmas thoughts and the time of the year that it is. Good grief, I'm about to drop everything. You know, I've been going through a few things just here lately. Just, I don't know, one of those lifetimes, I guess, that you go to wondering about where you're headed and everything. I put my glasses on so I could read some of this stuff. But here's a thought that I thought you guys might like. It's that this thought is for those who have had a rough time lately, which a lot of us have, and to those that seem to be under the constant storm clouds. Gosh, I know how that is. The people out there that feel invisible, the you that has lost faith, the you that doesn't know how much longer you can hold on. You blame yourself for everything that goes wrong, but I'm here to tell you that you are incredible. All of you on here are. Your friends, and because you're on here with me, I think you're incredible anyway. But because you're here, you make the world seem less dark and a bit more wonderful. And isn't that the truth? We're all on here together, and we're sharing our thoughts, and we're joking around a little bit. It does make things seem a little bit better. So open your eyes. God doesn't make no junk. And you have so much potential and so many things left to do. So say a prayer and know that better things are coming your way. Maybe right now your journey isn't about love. Maybe right now your journey is about you. And I got to say that that's probably pretty true. You know, it makes me wonder about how we're all thinking and what our hearts are like as we go through the holiday season. We have to remember the reason for it. And but I do enjoy talking to you guys. You've been amazing. I will say we actually achieved over, I don't know how many subscribers we have. How many subscribers we got now, Shane?
3104.
Huh?
3104.
We have 3,104 subscribers. Wow, that's more than I thought. So you guys, come on. If you haven't subscribed to us, hit that subscribe button so you can ring this little bell in my ear here, and I can say, welcome to the tribe. And you'll be part of the Watchers of the Wind tribe that I haven't seen the one who gave that name on here in a while. I wish she would come back and see just how much that's grown, because I have a lot of Watchers of the Wind members that if you, well, I've got 3,104 four of them out there that are members of that tribe. So yeah, come on and subscribe. I guess it's one of those things where you have to kind of be there to understand it. But Shelley Workman says, I love your thoughts, Dave, and needed that tonight. Yeah, you know, when I come up with those, it feels inspired. It feels like there is somebody that it was meant for. I don't know who they are, and I don't know how I get the words. Some of them I pick up in different places, and some of them I incorporate into a thought, and it just seems to work. And my whole point is to point the way upwards and give people hope, and hopefully I get some hope as well along with that. But anyway, I'm looking for some others on here, waiting to see. I haven't seen Nancy. Are you on here? No, I haven't seen you on here. But anyway, Mark, what would you add to all this that we have spoken?
Well, as we go into this season, it's a season to remember not only your family and your friends, but all your fellow man. If you see somebody needing help, give them a hand. Don't fight for the shopping carts at Walmart. If you see those people ringing the bells out in front of the red kettles, if you've got some spare cash, toss those in. They do a good job of trying to help with people who need stuff and the homeless, and help with disasters. Since we're all about weather here, uh, the Red Cross and the Salvation Army both do wonderful things when a disaster strikes somewhere. They always try to help out as much as they can.
I'm getting some comments on that says, Barb Fashone says, I told you need to write a thought book. And Linda Valentine says, I wish you would put your thoughts in wisdom in a book. I'll be honest with you. I'm thinking very seriously about doing something. Yeah, Shelley Workman said it was me and another woman that liked the name of the tribe. I don't remember her name. I remember that. I just can't remember who it was. And Shelley says, always, Mark. Well, I will tell you, though, I did go into Walmart, and I probably could write a little story about it. I will tell you one of the things that happened was I was in there and shopping along, trying to be as incognito as possible, and I see this woman and her husband and a small child with them, and I hear her whisper, that's David Powell. And he says, so? She said, let's follow him around and see what happens. So, I guess my reputation has followed me around. But anyway, Anna James says, that was said perfectly with the tornado hitting, losing loved ones, and everything between. We all just need to remember to never give up and keep praying and loving each other.
Absolutely.
Anna, you're so right. You are so right. And I guess that's part of my problem is that, even though we weren't actually in it, it's kind of like we were because we were watching it on radar. And when you see that debris ball come up underneath it on radar, and you know that it's destroying lives and people are dying or getting hurt under it, people losing everything they got, it does something to you. And there's nothing I can do about it, nothing you can do about it, Mark. All we can do is try to get the warning out, try to tell what we see, and hopefully people take cover. So yeah, that may be part of my issue is trying to go through all that again. And after 2 years from the last one, which was absolutely horrible, but we got through it and we're going to get through all this. And now here it is, Christmas. My heart breaks for the family down there that lost a child right here at Christmas time, but we're going to get through this because, we know the one is in control of everything and all things, and so we're going to keep going. And Anna James says it's still pure devastation here, but let me tell you, our community is coming together like no other. It's just making my heart so happy. And I wish nothing but the best for you, and I hope that you're also faring very well in all this, as good as can be expected. So many lost everything, and anyway, I hate to bring us all down here at Christmas, so let's try to put it behind us and look on the bright side of things that we did wake up this morning, and we've got each other, and we're going through this life, and one of these days I'm going to go on here live and say, hey guys, guess what? We got snow coming, and I show you on radar where the snow is, and we can all say woohoo, get your snow cream buckets ready to get some snow cream and just enjoy the peacefulness of watching it. I'm like a child whenever it comes to snow. I still get excited every time I look out the window and I see it snowing. It's, oh man, it's nothing like, I don't know what it is about snow that makes people like that, but it is. It's something that's really nice, and so many people hate it, and I can understand that if you have to drive in it all the time, but boy, it's really pretty coming down. And
one of my favorite things has always been to be outside at night watching the snow come down, especially when there's a little bit on the ground already and it's coming down, especially the bigger flakes, because you can actually stand there and you can hear the snow hit the ground.
And there's also the snow does make the world quieter. There's I forgot what the scientific term for it is, but they say it does deafen the sound of the world whenever it's snowing and it's on the ground. It does not reflect noise out as much, so therefore it does seem quieter when there's snow. So anyway, Barb Fashone says, yes, then it needs to leave. I understand, Barb.
Anna James, relax. It's not any time real soon. We're still looking at it a little bit past the first of the year before we see much.
No, I still think, I'm still not so sure that we won't see much. Maybe around December 29th into the 30th. Maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's still shaping up. We could get a little dusting from that at least.
Yeah. It would be nice just to see it coming down. If it didn't get on the roads and everything, boy, wouldn't that be nice? Everybody could watch it snow and the roads stay clear and we could all get where we want to go and then we don't have to have a milk and bread alert. When I get on here, I say, okay, it's time for the milk and bread alert. That means I've already bought my milk and bread first before I must say
Yeah.
that, because many times they'll sell out in a heartbeat. But yeah, the first time there's snow predicted, then yeah, the grocery stores are all going to be. Kroger's tried to pay me a little bit for just to call a forecast. I can't do it, But anyway,
Of course, then you call it a French toast run because you need milk, bread, and eggs.
oh yeah, yeah. And then let's see, what are the other things they buy? I forgot. They buy some meat.
Toilet paper.
Yeah, toilet paper is a big one that people buy. Anyway, so okay, folks. I guess I've talked as much as I need to. I just wanted to say hello to you all, give you a little bit of an update on what we can expect with the weather. I'm pretty confident in the forecast all the way through Christmas Day. I'm not as confident in the forecast from Christmas Day through the end of the year. That week is going to be a pattern change, and I think it's one of those things that anything could happen. Even though the forecast may not call for anything just yet, they're going to wait to the last minute before they say anything about snow because snow is so hard to predict. If you say it, if it can find a way not to snow, usually it will. So that's kind of what their philosophy is, and I understand
Yep.
that. Let's see here. Oh, Shelley Workman's invited everybody over to her house because she's got plenty and drinks too. Okay, let's go back and see what she's got plenty of. Well,
Milk and bread.
it might be milk and bread, but anyway. Let's see. Anna James says, thank you guys. Have a Merry Christmas. And, I really hope you all have a Christmas to remember. Don't let the weather interrupt how you feel about things. Get out there and enjoy it. It only comes once a year. And who knows, the people you love may not be there next year. So make the most of those memories and enjoy it. And remember the reason for the season. So with that, I think we're going to start to close. Mark, you got any last words?
Everyone have a Merry Christmas. And remember, God showed his love for us by sending his son. And that's part of what we're celebrating this time of year.
Okay, now I'm going to have to figure out how to close this out.
Bottom left.
Bottom left, end credit. Okay, here we go. And good night, everyone. Let's see here. Wait a minute. BD says, I hope we get snow. Not sure why everyone gets milk and bread when it snows. Where are they going to fix? A milk sandwich? Oh, me. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a good one. Love you all, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Good night, all.